Hey everyone, it's Mikhail. Today we are analyzing a wild game by BlightPhoenix1, an open game met with the tricky old Polish defense. There's a key moment that flips the game. Let's break it down. So we have an open game with e3, and then it's met with the classical Polish defense. But then after c takes b pawn, we have the old Polish attack variation, and it is met with queen c7. Queen takes, and the idea here, if queen takes this rook pawn, the rook would capture, and then the knight would have to capture on b4, and then there's this move, he takes, and then it will go from there. But black sees that, and he takes the on c2. Queen takes b7, and if black takes a2, then he would simply capture, and the bishop would have to capture, then take the knight, take g2 pawn, take on a7, take the rook, and then take on d7. The king would have to capture, and then it's an easy win for white from there. So black doesn't go for it, and it's the same idea if black takes d2. He would simply capture the king, and we would have a loose bishop. So black takes the c bishop, and then if white takes the a7 pawn here, I think black would capture, and the idea here is black would then take white's king and putting white in a very uncomfortable position. So white doesn't go for it and takes black's rook. Black takes knight, white's knight, and then black takes black's bishop. I would have liked to see white take the a7 pawn, and then if he takes, then I would take, putting black bishop in question, because it wouldn't go to b7 because it would be a win for white from there. But what white does is he takes the bishop, and then we have queen takes a2. White blunders here and play queen takes on a6. Black, he takes the queen, which is the most logical move, but then he doesn't see the win. There's a win here for black. Pause the video to see if you can find it. Okay, the win would be king d8, and then rook takes on a7, and then king c7, take, then here, take, then here, take, then here, take, then here, take, and you would just do waiting moves with the rook until your pawns are cleared, and then you would sacrifice your rook as well. Black doesn't see the win here, and he plays e5, and after rook takes on a7, we have bishop c5. Black here should have sacked his bishop first to have a different end game, but He doesn't go for it. He takes on the king first. He takes on the rook first. And then there's a beautiful discovery here for white. And he sees it. Pause the video to see if you can find it as well. So the key move here is knight f3. And the idea here is when black takes on e3, white takes the e-pawn, then we have a take, 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 and then we have rook here, and then sack both of the pawns, and then sack your knight as well. And white does see it. Beautiful game by BlightPhoenix1. And KBK missed the win. So that's unfortunate. Let's see another variation for the classical Polish defense. So there's a key move here. Computer suggests that we play knight a3, and when you take with the pawn and take with the bishop, there is queen c7. And once you take this pawn, which is fine for white, because whatever the queen captures here or there, he's gonna take. So he's not gonna run into the dilemma of the bishop having a zigzag taking his rook. So I probably take with the bishop here, and then if take, there is no really good move here for white, except maybe h4. When you take and take, then take and take, you are threatening black to take his bishop and sacking on this file. But I guess there is a discovery for black, is that if he comes here, it would be take, 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 but then there is take the king first, and after rook takes, the rook would take here, and then here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here. That would lose for white. So I guess h4 would be a bad move for white here. And since I don't like queen races, but I think in this position, you would be forced to have a queen race. Unless you play a move like knight e2. That way it doesn't matter if black takes on c2, you're gonna capture back with the queen, and in this position you would just take, 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 and then if you take here first, that would be a loss for black. And if you take here first, it's also a loss for black. because of this move right here. Now you can play h4. So that's a good line that white can have in the future, because it doesn't matter if you take with the rook. You're simply gonna play f4 and it will be take, then here take, here take, here take, here take, and take. But let's revisit it. If it takes with the bishop, it will be like that. And here, there, and there as well. Let's see other line for the classical polished defense from black. Maybe a common move here would be d3. The idea here is you would try to sack your knight, then gain a tempo by having the pawn takes twice. But this one is refuted by rook b8, but it's a very difficult line that usually ends in a draw. But it's a nice line. But what people usually respond to here is they play queen c7. You would sag the knight. You would take the knight with the queen. And then bishop. It doesn't matter. They are both good moves if you play bishop b2. The idea here, if he takes on, let's say, queen takes on d3, you would take, and it doesn't matter what black takes, you're gonna take him. And now it's a nice end game for white, because black doesn't have his king, and black is in a difficult position here. Let's get back to this position. You can play bishop a3, and the idea here is if black takes, you would take, and then if he takes, you would take and take with the queen, and if black plays rook b8, you would simply sack here and take, and it doesn't matter what black does here, you're gonna sack your rook. But obviously, actually this is winning for white, this line, unless he finds a move like e6. You're gonna ask me how it's winning. Is that if he plays rook a8 or b6, you're gonna get his bishop activated, and it's gonna be an easy win for white. So a good move here would be e6. You would take his b7 pawn, and he would simply capture with the rook, and this would be a nice endgame as well. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the Polish defense. Let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. Take care and see you later.